We back on?
Yeah.
Alright, so like we were saying, man, like I was saying, if we don't know what this devil's doing behind closed doors, we don't know what he's spraying. Like I said, if you test most Americans, they're tested positive for COVID-19. Like I said, Doris Burke, he had Carl Anthony Towns' mother that's so-called dying from it. When most of this stuff is just the flu and pneumonia right now, man, and the allergies that's popping up. You know, Jake is so paranoid to where you got Jake in the ghetto, in the barrio, in the favela wearing a mask. So it's like, it's spring season, duh, that you're gonna sneeze and cough. Even me, that I'm not really an allergic person, I tried to take a walk today and I'm itching like Pookie on New Jack City, sneezing and coughing. But people are like, oh, he got the Rona. So that's that paranoia that these workers of iniquity are doing, man. They got to a point where, man, you can't even sneeze or cough. They might call the authorities on you, man.
Yeah, Jake's simple too, man. They
Yeah.
walk around with latex gloves, and they got masks on, but they not even on their face. I'm seeing people walk around with the mask around their neck. I'm like, bro, Esau got these motherfuckers in a trick bag.
Bro, Jake smoking a Newport 100 in a box with a goddamn mask hanging off the side of his neck.
Like,
Come on, man.
bro.
That increases the risk of coronavirus smoking.
Yeah, and then really, like it's being reported, if you have the best thing that you can have is a strong immune system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like and really, one thing that actually attacks your immune system on a high level is stress and anxiety, man. This is a great time to just kind of
Chill
take a
fuck
minute,
out.
right?
Yeah.
Take a minute to breathe, man. Like the brother said, go for a walk. You know, they did close a lot of the gyms down, but like, you know, get in the habit of doing, you know, moving your body, man.
Yeah.
Get your, you know what I'm saying, in the word, your mind, body, and spirit, man. You know, these things are all connected. They're all connected, you know, because, you know, your mind, the way you think and, you know, you perceive things through the spirit is connected to your body, man. It's all in one, the same vessel.
Yeah, if I can say, because that's a good point the brother brought up, because Esau's putting his narrative that you gotta go to the store, get everything off the shelf, and then you just sit here watching Netflix episodes 24/7, you gaining weight. Well, what about the time where if you gotta be on the run? What if the time you gotta get the hell out of Dallas from your house? Most Americans ain't ready, man. Most Americans are gonna start gaining weight, especially you women out here. You know,
And the men.
Women and men, all right? These proud ass
Sloppy,
Americans.
man. You know why? You know why I say men? Because a lot of these men ain't even the head of their household, man.
Exactly.
A lot of these men are actually following behind their woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if the woman do X, Y, Z, the man do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even myself today, I'm we doing certain things, you know, to stay fit and everything. I'm like, man, I gotta make sure my rib, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, getting with the program, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have that mind, that mentality. We understand. We may not necessarily be able to fully grasp, you know what I'm saying, of what it's gonna, you know, physically manifest like, but we can spiritually understand, you know, now is the time, now is the season to do what we gotta do to get right, man.
That's right.
And with that, it comes in with responsibilities, man. You know, to whom much is given, much is required. You know, shit, we better come on a level, man, you know, where we're speaking about certain prophecies that are coming to pass, where it's like, okay, when Isaiah 4 actually kick in, you got to be able to manage different areas, different zones, different women, different families, different resources, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Different spirits.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? If you trust that Yahweh Bashim Shah is working with you on a level that you are Lord willing, a prophet, you know, a servant of the Most High, it's like, yo, there's a lot that come with that, man. You know?
You still want the revelation?
Come.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and he that hear the words of this prophecy,
Mm-hmm.
and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
This is the time, man. Okay, this is the time in which these prophecies are really speaking. 2020 is the year of prophecy 2.0, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the year of prophecy that came back after, you know, following the year of prophecy. You know, of course, the year of Karama was, you know, in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the time in which these prophecies are really happening. You're having a moment in time in American history, okay, in which all professional and college sports are shut, and high school sports. Don't forget the importance of high school sports,
Yeah.
especially in these rural areas, man.
Yeah.
Everything is shut down, bro. A big component of Esau Edom's social and governmental program is that bread and circus.
Yeah.
All that shut down, bro.
Yeah.
If they don't get Jake attention in the spirit, if they don't tweak a interest, okay, or you know what I'm saying, you know, spark a flame, so to speak, it ain't looking good for you, man. But you know, the beautiful thing about it is, but it said we trusted in these prophecies, man. So with the downfall of Esau, Edom's kingdom is also the promise of the rise of nation of Israel, man. Okay, in which that rise of the nation of Israel is the establishment of the kingdom of heaven, okay, with Yahweh Shai at the helm, and then the governing body on from down there, man. Okay, everlasting life, okay, peace, tranquility, right, perfection. That's all inclusive of what's happening right now. But as the apostles been going into, man, we have to actually go through this trial of our faith before we actually get to the promised land, so to speak, man. You know what I'm saying?
God.
You got anything?
I got some. You finished that?
I believe that was the point.
All right, this is Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. And that's what's been happening through the Spirit, man. You see a lot of videos that's been based upon faith, keeping the faith, keeping your integrity, because we know what this devil's gonna do, man. So why would if you know the cheat code, if you playing Mario or whatever video game is out here, and you know the cheat code, why would you stop? You trying to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been having lessons about staying in the faith. This brother did a beautiful lesson on don't let this be a stumbling block, because a lot of brothers are like, man, this could be it, this could be it. It could be it, but what if 2-3 months go by, you know what I'm saying, and you haven't really taken time to take in consideration what's going on, and then taking care of what you got to do outside the truth, man. You still got to take care of your personal business. A lot of brothers might have lost their job, but you can't let this be a stumbling block, because like the brother said in the video, you know, you had men back during the 2000 period, the Y2K period, that fell out because they, oh man, this ain't it, man. So you gotta continue in the faith, and it says, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. We're not going to be partakers of Jacob's trouble, where it's going to be we're going to get chopped off in half with a sword or a machete or something like that. Like, we're not going to get the punishments reserved for 2/3 of our people, but we might be martyrs, man. Okay, we're not going to be sitting in the house chilling when Jacob's trouble comes. All right, we might be on the run. We might be in a concentration camp. Some brothers might be in one of these $2.3 million houses in their local areas eating good. We don't know where we're going to be, man. But it says through much tribulation, we will enter into the kingdom of heaven. And to bring light on this, there's a lot of Israelite groups. Like the last video that I watched was from the brother in Hawaii, and then the brothers in the Bay Area camp, the camp heads of the Bay Area camp, and they were going in this General Yohana guy, because all he's saying is like, trust in the Lord. Well, what does trust in the Lord mean, man? You got to trust in these prophecies. ISUPK doesn't teach that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Okay, IUIC doesn't teach that there's going to be a Jacob's trouble at all, man. But they negate these scriptures and just give you a sweet song, man. But you got to come in the volume of the book, man. You got to know what's coming, because best believe that persecution is coming too. Don't forget about that, man. Mm-hmm. Are you going to see more earthquakes? We almost in hurricane season. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see more and more things happen. So we got to continue in the faith. No matter if this thing shuts down the government next week or 2 weeks, or 2-3 years down the line, man, we still got to continue in the faith, man, because we know we actually have the cheat code and we know what's going on, man.
Yeah, and that's true too, because the thing about it is, it's a roller coaster, man. It's a ride. Right. It's a journey. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, you're gonna have side to sides. You're gonna have certain moments in Babylon. We're hastening the day, okay, to that Yahweh Shai shuts this shit down, martial laws it, quarantines it. You know what I'm saying? World War III, draft. We hasten the day for all of those things. The Yahweh Shai and the chariots. But at the end of the day, you have to endure into the end. The part of that enduring to the end is doing everything that you can possibly do, okay, that you can possibly do to magnify your office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be certain ups to where if you utilize wisdom, you can kind of come up a little bit in Babylon. Use the world, but not abuse the world. There are certain times where the trajectory is down. You gotta learn how to fall back. You know what I'm saying, and lay low in the trenches, man. You know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, don't lose track and don't lose sight of the fact that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is bringing a lot of things to pass into this is the end, man. This is the end time, man. This is it. This is exactly where Yahweh Hashem Yahushua wants it, and the signs show clearly that we're at the end. Right, got anything?
This is because the officer was speaking about, man, all of these things that are taking place is not to separate us from the Lord, but only to get us that much closer to the Lord in these times that we're in. You know, and don't look at everything that's happening as a negative. Mm-hmm. Losing your job, hours being cut, having to stay in the house, you know, having a curfew. You know, all of these things have to come to pass, man, in order for this devil to be moved out of the way. It just has to happen, man. Mm-hmm. Like certain things lead up to the ultimate goal, man. There's always a conclusion, but before you get to the conclusion of the matter, things have to transpire. And that's all that's taking place. Mm-hmm. So these things shouldn't deter you from the faith or separate you while it's going on. And once it does pass, that shouldn't change your mind either, man. Just look at it as a testament, man. Hey, bro, you remember back in 2020, we could have sworn we was out of here, bro. This and that was happening, bro. We was losing our jobs, and you know, that'd just be a testament, bro, and a faith booster. Okay, this is Romans chapter 8 and verse 35. It says, "Who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword?" No, man, none of that should separate us from Yahweh Shah. It should only make us closer and keep us focused. Because with all of these things going on, and here at Great Millstone, we still about our Father's business, man. It's just daily operations over here. You know, we ain't altered, well, we do alter, you know, the street teaching part of it because, you know, this devil is putting certain stipulations in place to make it to where we can't necessarily go out, you know, on the streets and preach the word, but we still have the sit downs like the brothers used to use before they were doing. We still have the internet to push this word, so it's regular scheduled programming, man. This ain't, you know, gonna make or break us, man. We just doing our job until the Lord comes back and redeems us. That's all it is, man.
And if I can say as well, and then also understand too that we getting pushed in the midst of all this, man. Scripture said peril, nakedness, and sword. Peril meaning like, you know, danger. You know what I'm saying?
Paul went through in the book of Corinthians.
Looking back at our forefathers, man. Looking back at our forefathers. Said peril, nakedness, and sword, man. Talking about danger, lack of resources even to get clothes, and sword, man. You got armies and people trying to kill you, man. None of that should separate us from the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Because in that love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and think about this too. Think about if you're a father and you have children, a son, and he's in the midst of a dangerous situation. Just imagine, just think about. I'm just throwing this real quick analogy, man. Imagine your son is in the midst of getting jumped by four dudes, and you can see it, but he trusts in what you've shown him to be like, yo, I'm about to knock all these niggas out, man. And you don't just jump in there to just save them. You're like, yo, because what? Yahweh Shah is doing all this with a low number, man. The Most High always work with quality over quantity. You see what I'm saying? So really, in a carnal sense, in a carnal eye, we going against Goliath, man. That's why we have those stories that we can lean upon, man.
Right.
Edom has control of the entire earth. This nigga's trying to implement an entire world system, bro.
That's right.
And he's gonna get close. He's gonna get close, man. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, in order to thwart that closure of his kingdom is gonna what? Shorten the days, man. It's all about the prophecies, man.
That's right.
So when we lean upon prophecy and we trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we trust our order, our position in the brotherhood, bro, that's our strength. That's our home base. The thing about it is we've been separated from that strength and that home base for so long that now it's kind of foreign to us to get back into it.
Exactly.
But now we're back into it, man.
That's right. Yeah.
I had a little bit more. Verse 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Verse 37, nay, all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loves us. So these trying times, man, we're gonna come out, you know, as conquerors, man. We're gonna conquer this, Lord willing, we be those men for the next step or whatever Esau has up the trip back, whether it be presenting us with the mark of the beast, whether it be concentration camps, you know, martial law, Jacob's trouble. We have the faith in what we've been doing and the preparedness, like the brother was saying, of our Heavenly Father. He's been prepping us for this moment so we can ultimately conquer it at the end of the day, man. You know, that's all I got, bro.
I got something real quick. And we ain't really like going to the article, man. It's enough. We just good, you know. This is this is 2nd Ezra 16. I'm gonna start at verse 35. 2nd Ezra 16:35. You brothers want to expound and elaborate, feel free. 2nd Ezra 16:35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
And that, man, the Lord is, like the brother was saying, the Lord shut down the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the NHL, your bread and circuses to get your attention. All right? Because this surely isn't the work of Jesus Christ, man. Okay? This is the works of Yahweh, who is, the name is He who is this. Bahashem means in the name. And Yahweh Shai means He who delivers, man. Okay, it's about time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to pay attention, but we know 2/3 of our people are not going to pay attention because Elder Apostle Harden, his lesson on basic Jake ain't going to get it. Jake is watching this goddamn Jordan Lucas video, and that guy Jordan Lucas condemned himself anyway. The bishop of our camp did a lesson on this guy. This guy's finished. But our people are paying attention to what entertainment they can get, and that's their guys. These Kobe Bryants, these rappers, that's their guys, man. These are the guys of this place, on top of Jesus Christ and Buddha and Allah. You see what's going on with you fucking Muslims, man. That Copperstone, man, ain't nobody going to that motherfucker right now, man. So the Lord is letting you know, I'm doing this. It is only me, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, that's doing this, man, through my son Yahweh Shai. And he's just shutting shit down, man. But you gonna learn one way or motherfucking another, because the Lord, just like He did in Egypt, He sent these plagues, and Pharaoh got more proud. Okay, Pharaoh got more proud after these plagues. And what's gonna happen? Let's say if this coronavirus shit dies out, or we can go back to work 2-3 months later. These people still gonna be proud. They're gonna put the NBA back in place, the NHL, the MLB, football season. You Americans love football. You know your boy Tom Brady is playing for the Buccaneers and shit, whatever. But it's only going to magnify the proudness of his people because they worship other gods. And that goes back to Exodus 20, you should have no other gods before me. So the Lord is putting a case before 2/3 of our people. Okay, well, I gave you a chance to sit down, listen to my prophets. You ain't had to go to work. You can't go to the mall, goddamn. You can't go to the sporting events. Let's see what happens when I take this away. Oh, okay, well, you're going to find some avenue how to disrespect me. And that's how the Lord is doing, man.
Yeah, kind of. Continuing on, 2nd Ezra 16:37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. And yo, that's what happens, bro. Like for any man or a woman that's been like a part of like child labor, like yeah, you have them labor pains. Cause shoot, you got certain pains that deal with labor even before the labor process actually occurs. You know, you had the baby move, you had the baby kick. You know what I'm saying? It's certain hormones and things change the woman's body to where like yeah, this baby coming, and the woman know. Contractions. Yeah, cause you'll have a woman have contractions and she don't even go into labor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then once a woman actually goes into labor, meaning that baby's coming, it's a build up to her having that baby, even as far as, you know, anatomically, even as far as her vagina. Her vagina, it grows in size, man, to get ready for that baby to come to pass.
That's right.
But those last few hours, of a woman being in labor, bro, she going through it. Cause her body, everything is changing to bring forth that new life, man. Same thing is happening here in Babylon. These you've had certain contractions, you know what I'm saying, certain processes and things that show signs that Esau's kingdom is falling and being collapsed and being destroyed. But now we're reaching the end to where it's like, yo, these contractions is hitting, man.
Right. Yeah.
You got this virus hitting. You have a little turmoil in the market, it hits. You got certain things going on with American allies, it hits. You feel it. It hit a little different now. And it hit a little different because of the time and the season that we're in. We're in the last few hours of the destruction of Esau Edom's kingdom, okay, and the inception of the kingdom of heaven, man, which is going to be run and governed by Israelites, man.
That's right.
Okay, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. Continuing on. Continuing on in 2nd Ezra 16:38. As a woman with child in the 9th month, bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. There's not a second, bro. There's not a second that's going by. How about Shemai was shining like, yo, everything's moving forward towards the kingdom, man. Everything's moving forward to me sending my son. I'm not trying to speak as the most. I'm just bringing out what the word says. Every moment that's coming to pass is a moment closer to Yahweh Shai being allowed, being ordered to come back from the Heavenly Father Yahweh to redeem the elect, man, and to bring the remnant out of this captivity, man, because this is captivity. All right. One thing the officer was speaking about, I meant to touch on it earlier, but I'm gonna speak on it real quick right now. Going into the stimulus package, man, you're gonna have a lot of Jake because not understanding the nature of this devil, but like, yo, we lit, bro.
Yeah.
About to get them checks. And you know, Jake got a bunch of kids, bro.
Yeah.
The more kids you got, you getting 500 a head.
Yeah.
Jake at the crib is counting kids, 500, 1,000, 1,500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jake counting them heads right now, bro.
Look, Jake gave their tax money back. They probably ran out of that. Now they looking for a second tax season with this stimulus package, man.
But then the Trump administration, see, this is a devil, man. The Trump administration pushed back the tax deadline 3 months.
Yeah.
So you finna have a lot of Jake. Really, Jake got a little money stored up. You know, Jake can get through a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then like a lot of these jobs, even though they say essential only, you know, a lot of these jobs, most of these jobs, people going to work, it's Jake.
They still gonna work.
Make Jake still going to work.
Yeah.
Even if they got partial hours, they got enough money in the bank to get through. They still get a little bit of money now. And they know they're gonna get $1,500 and $500 a head for a kid. And they'll get tax return money back. Yo, Jake gonna be living their best life out here,
And
man.
that goes into trusting in the saddle of Egypt, man. It talks about you should be your shame because our people don't pay attention. Well, some of them do, but most of them don't. They just see the money. They don't pay attention to hyperinflation. Stagflation. Excuse me. They don't pay attention to these trends in the economic markets, man. To the point where that money, you just gonna have to wipe it behind with a lot of firework with it, man. Our people don't understand what's going on as far as this white man system being out. And that's why you had a prophecy to tell you, like, look, yeah, it's so the scriptures say money's an offense, don't get me wrong. We're not telling Jake to just be broke, be on their ass. But you gotta pay attention to this devil and how it comes to biblical prophecy, man. Because this guy's almost on his way out. So you're gonna trust in that money, in this man's system, or you gonna trust in the Heavenly Father, man?
That's the difference. It's like there is, you said stagnation. There is a stagnation. It's my stagflation tonight. So you got stagnation and stagflation. Well, they're similar but a little different. Just finishing out the second Ezra 16 and 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Yo, Yahweh Shah is coming to bring the pain, man, on all sides. Even with us, to a certain extent, man. Okay? Yahweh Shah coming in the image, in the flesh of his father, was a very austere man, very austere spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So even with us, we go through certain things in our walk, in our journey, because of our Lord will and our lots. We feel the pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to understand how to maneuver and navigate in these times as well. Just like we speaking it, we Lord willing, we walking like we talking, man. You know what I'm saying? But according to the scriptures, Yahweh Shah is bringing this judgment, bringing this pressure on all sides, man. Everybody's feeling it now. See, there was a time in which the Lord was bringing a lot of pressure and a lot of judgment upon us, Jake, particularly, all right, in order to eventually get us right, to get us in the right mindset and mentality. Once we get in line with Heavenly Father more and more, that's why I'm sending curses up, man. Okay, it enables and it allows the filthiness of our spirits and our iniquities, you know, kind of flush them off. To when we send up our supplications and like get us out of here and judge these heathens and judge 2/3. How about you? I'm like, oh yeah, I can hear that now. You trying to use my word to cleanse you. You trying to walk in the right path and do the right thing. Now when them prayers, supplications go up, yeah, we can do a little something with that, man. And that little was major, man. This pressure, this judgment, these prophecies are touching on all sides, all four corners of the earth, man. That's why everybody's feeling this, man. The whole world is watching how Donald Trump and his administration handles the situation, man. You better believe it, man. Okay, because now what? Recently, in the last 24 hours, the United States now has the most coronavirus cases in the entire world.
That's right.
The United States, the Most High Yahweh Shah is allowing the United States to either sink or swim, man. You're either going to get through these plagues and establish a new world order, or you're not, and you're going to be destroyed. And then, like Brother's saying, we already understand the end result. So it's just like, understanding the end, where do you maneuver to fit in that puzzle, man?
That's right.
If I can say too, we was at camp last week. The priest Tazawan, he made a good point. He was like, this is Esau's society going down. So why would you be in the mindset of, oh no, damn, I want America to go on? This is not even your system, man. Unless, like it says, I believe it's Isaiah, that he that is joined unto shall be thrust through. See, if you join to this system with Esau, you're in a state of, oh shit, what we gonna do next? You know, and then Trump dropped this stimulus packet, dropped this stimulus check in your bank account. Now you back to normal. Like, oh shit, it ain't go down. This guy, he's okay with me, man. Then you gonna go out to the polls in November and vote the guy back in the goddamn in the office, man. And these are all these crafty and devices that Esau has, man, that further put our people into a hole and rock their ass to sleep, man. But us, with the spirit of Yahweh Shah, we see this devil for what he's really worth. We're not joined into his system, so we can give a shit about his economy failing. We could give a fuck about the fucking stimulus check. Don't get me wrong, we gonna take that shit. We gonna be over righteous and send that shit back in the mail. We'll take it. But we ain't solely dependent on it, man, because this is a system in which we have nothing to do with, really, man. This shit won't make or break us because we're not joined into this guy, man. So his falling doesn't make a difference. Basically, what Esau eats don't make us shit, man. But you everyday Americans, it does. Because this guy's going down and it's affecting you people in a way where you don't know where your next paycheck gonna come from if it's not from him. You know what I'm saying? This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart." And you people are destroyed, man, because America has been pampering you to the fact he just been fucking pampering you to the fact where you can't even think outside of this guy's system, man. You can't see yourself going day to day if Esau's not telling you what to do and how to do it, man. Because of those gifts. And this stimulus check hit, man, you won't even be able to tell it's a fucking recession how Jake gonna be living out here, man.
Boss sick, we
Nigga
sick.
yeah.
Boss good, we good, man.
Yeah. Niggas gonna start getting some new rims, paint job, you know, regular nigga shit. You know.
Yeah.
So man, this guy has to go down, man. This shit is sickening, you know. But we have to have patience and let the Lord do His work, man.
And if I may add to what the brother was saying as well, it hit me earlier today. Yo, if and when Esau cut these checks, don't use that money to fuck off, man. We should have a much more mature mentality about these. It's a resource. All right, not to say that we out here, you know, doomsday prepping and all that, but you know, if you just think about it, if you locked up in your crib for 3, 4, 5 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you got some stuff that could sustain you. You got to understand too, man. With the nature of prophecy, man, you're gonna have people that's gonna be dependent on you, man. You're gonna I perceive through the spirit, you're gonna have more people dependent on than you even expect. And the thing about it is you don't have to. They go into what Yahweh Shai spoke about as that faith as a mustard seed. I ain't saying you gotta have, 10 years of shit stocked up, man, but have a month's worth, man. And that, see, a spiritual man can understand, you know what, just me preparing, it ain't to say that I don't have faith in the Most High. Me preparing is me showing that I have faith that Yahweh Shai is bringing these prophecies to pass, man. So if I am locked up for a little bit, I ain't gotta worry about it. I can be clear-minded to even like we're going into now. Focusing on doing what we gotta do, focus on edifying, focus on feeding the sheep, focus on to make sure that I'm in a good, place and space to lead. There can be a situation that Yahweh Shai can use that pure faith to grow your resources greatly, man. Just like he allowed Yahweh Shai to turn those fish and those bread to feed the multitude, man. But it's a matter of that spiritual understanding and that manly mindset, man.
Right.
You got more than that?
That was it.
You got something? All right, so we can close out.
Okay.
This is just finishing out 2nd Ezra 16:40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. See? That's a heavy precept, man. It says, "Oh my people." Who are the people of the Heavenly Father? Yahweh Shai, the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Beginning with our apostles and the men that taught them, and our apostles and our elders have been preaching for decades. Now, we're fortunate enough to be, Lord willing, those servants who came in, who were still, Lord willing, getting that penny, and you don't have to, work for that same time span, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? But beginning with our apostles, our elders, and the men that taught them and groomed them in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? We're in the times in which we understand who this word is for. The word is for the Israelites, man. So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay, and the Israelite foreigners spread throughout the entire earth, okay, pursuing the biblical prophecy. This is who this word is for, man. This is who the gospel is for. It is actually good news, okay, to anyone outside of that temple, okay, to anyone, whether you're a heathen through the spirit and through the flesh, or a 2/3. Shoot, even 2/3 is still good news. You got to get, get your judgment, but you're gonna still come back and be able to dwell for eternity in the kingdom of heaven.
Romans 11:26.
You know what I'm saying? That's who this gospel, this word is for. Okay? Make you ready to thy battle. This is our battle, man. This is that Jeremiah 30:7, man. To where it's the time of Jacob's struggle, okay, the time of the trying of our faith. This is the battle, man. Okay? And in those evils, meaning what? That peril that the brother brought out from Romans 8 is to come, man. That peril, that time of difficulty, okay, the moments where it's like, yo, I might not make it, man. You know what I'm saying? Them moments may very well come. And it's okay, man. As long as we do what? As long as we endure to the end, it's all good. Okay? We in the flesh, man. Okay, that's why we have those thoughts that come. If we were just moving completely in the spirit, bro, we would already be just wrecking shit, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're led, we're guided through the spirit, but we're what? We're held captive in this flesh. And it's all good because what? We trust in the prophecies, man. Okay, we trust that as long as we receive, read, and deliver these prophecies, that we're going to be blessed through that, man. Okay? And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So we got to be, even like the bishop spoke about this last week at the camp, and our particular camp, man. When you're moving, man, move with a fucking purpose, man.
Right.
Don't be out here fucking lollygagging. If you in your crib and you chilling, chill. You may need that time to recharge your battery. Okay, if you're in the crib and you cleaning, you cooking, you're doing whatever, making it to where brothers can come and fellowship and grow in the spirit and push more of the spirit of Yahweh, and the Holy Spirit out here, do it. Okay, if the spirit's on you to go, to link with a brother to grow and magnify your office, to get more, reach and be able to do more for the ministry, do it, man. This is the time that we gotta do whatever we gotta do to ensure our ticket is punched on that chariot, man. This is the fucking time, man. You know what I'm saying? These plagues are coming. They're coming hot and heavy. They're not tearing you, man. These plagues of wars, the rumors of wars, and the pestilences. Nobody saw coronavirus, COVID-19, coming and affecting America the way that it did 4 months ago. If it was November, December 2019, ain't nobody see this happening, man. Right. The whole fucking country is shut down, man. No basketball, no football, no NC. The NC fucking AA March Madness tournament is canceled. Las Vegas Strip is shut down. Miami is shut down. California is shut down. New York is shut down. This is the fucking moment, man, that we have to just, to the best that we can, man, to the best that we can, through faith, man, through faith and trusting in the order, the leadership. Everything that got you to this point, trusting in more, man. Because this is the moment that Yahweh Shai built us up to where, Lord willing, we can shine before the eyes of men. And it ain't for our own vainglory and for the lucre's sake. It's for so we can glorify Yahweh Shai to even give us the opportunity to do so, man. Everybody say anything? Then now we close it out.
Yeah, we close out.
So with that, Lord willing, you edified. Once again, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, will lead, teach, and rule well. Love and honors to you, I can push the word, true faith, see across the four corners. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.